Hello, everybody out there. This is a response to a video posted by a guy who calls himself Porcupine something or other. Interesting name, I might add. But basically, this dude posed the question, "What do Juggalos do for society?" Um, gonna attempt to answer that. However, I've got to get a couple things out of the way first. Number one, got to define what a Juggalo is. In my terms, a Juggalo is a person who listens to ICP and or other psychopathic records and artists, and they feel a sort of camaraderie, or familyhood, or something like that, amongst themselves, and they feel drawn to one another. Um, Topically or superficially, they are characterized by their face paint and their merchandise. So, to me, that's what a Juggalo is. Next thing, gotta confess, this is probably gonna get me a little bit of hate mail, but I'm probably not gonna read it anyway, so, you know, you can do what you want. I wouldn't consider myself to be a Juggalo per se. Um, the whole we are a family thing, I have my own family, you know, um, extended to people who aren't exactly blood, you know what I mean? But, I don't need a new one. So, yeah. However, I do enjoy the music. And before you guys go all crazy and start bashing this shit, I'm a guy from an outside perspective who's related to you, through a interest in the same concepts, who is saying that I'm pointing out the flaws in this porcupine dude's, questions here. So I'm on your side. Doubt you're gonna believe me, but okay. All right, so Porcupine, you asked the question, what do Juggalos do for society? My first point here is that is not the question you need to be asking. Juggalos are a loosely regimented group of people who have only in common one thing, and that is the music. Um, so all these individuals you're putting into one stereotype, and I think that's unfair. A better question to ask would be, what does ICP and their music do for society? I'm going to use them as a primary example because they are the primary example. Um, and my answer to that question is a lot. If we want to take a step back, we can apply that to all music. What does music do for society? Same answer, a lot. But we're going to narrow it down to ICP. ICP's lyrics are admittedly dark. They are admittedly graphic and raw, brutal. Yep. Uh, but that means that they resonate with a certain type of people. If an individual who resonates with that, how do you want to say this? If somebody has thoughts in their heads that are dark, they're probably going to resonate with dark things. Okay? Now, if they did not have something to relate to, they would probably let those dark thoughts manifest, and it might end up badly, like taking a pickaxe to Burger King. I don't know, but just a possibility. The music allows them an outlet. It allows them a scapegoat. It allows them to get rid of those feelings by, coming together with something similar to their own train of thought. So that is what music does for society. In addition to entertaining us, and in addition to giving us something to do, and inspiration. All of those things contribute to society. And but my first point is my first point for a reason. It applies event. Okay. Second point. I think that you think that ICP is immoral. Their lyrics are immoral for some reason. Um, I would like to say that morality is very subjective. My morality is probably a lot different than yours, and the guy on the bus sitting next to me, his morality is probably a lot different than mine. You know, um, just because we grew up in different situations, we have social differences, different social confines, all that good kind of stuff. So, yeah. hmm Checking my notes. Yeah, ICP evil. Is ICP evil and or fake? No more evil and or fake than any other type of music or any other band. Bands throughout history, you look at metal, which I am a personal fan of. The lyrics are also very dark, very graphic. all your or good type of stuff. Um, but it all does the same thing. It applies that vent, which I talked about earlier. Now I want to kind of talk about the job of the artist. ICP being an artistic group, what is their responsibility? Apparently, you don't think they create good art. You think it's garbage, which you have every right to do. But I would caution you that we're in America and a free country and all that kind of stuff. So you can talk, but other people are going to talk too. We can listen to whatever the fuck we want to. We can do whatever the fuck we want to within reason. So, yeah. What is the job of the artist? Well, to make art, simply. And if somebody admires that art, they have every right to listen to it or view it or enjoy it however they want to. Um, that's really kind of the end of the story. You know what I mean? It's not the artist's job to protect the listener. It's the listener's job to protect himself from the art, in a sense. So if you have people going out and doing bad things, killing people, raping people, all that kind of stuff, and if they are using the excuse that some music video told them to do it, or some video game told them to do it, or whatever the case may be, it's not correct. That person, if they have those desires, are probably going to find a way to do it no matter what is in front of them. If they never listen to ICP, an example would be the kid who killed his mother and said that ICP told him to do it. If he had never listened to ICP, he would have found another band and seen the same message in it, or he would have read a book and saw the message in that, or he would have saw a TV show and saw the message in that, and anyway, mommy would have ended up taking a dirt nap. Sorry, mommy. Maybe you didn't hug him enough. I don't know what you did, or, probably nothing. He's probably just a psycho fuck. But, you get my point, I'm guessing. We can put this toward other things besides, ICP, Columbine. They try to blame, the kids try to blame it, and the media try to blame it on, bad music, Marilyn Manson, watching too many Tarantino films, playing too many video games, all that kind of stuff is bullshit. They would have found a way to do it. They would have found some way to rationalize, their will, no matter what. Maybe Barney, the purple dinosaur, told them to do it. We'll never know. You know what I mean? All right, last point here um, is, again, directly related to the Juggalos. I'll say that for every one good Juggalo, there are probably, or no, for one bad Juggalo, there are probably 1,000 good ones. So, we only see the bad ones on the news and on the internet and all that kind of stuff. And the reason for that is simple. There's an age-old tradition in media that says if it bleeds, it leads. We don't give a shit about puppy dogs and candy bars and cotton candy and balloons in the sky. We want to see the death and the gore and all that good kind of stuff because it makes us feel better about ourselves, that our lives, at least, are not that bad. It makes us feel that our lives are a bit more palatable, and we can kind of swallow the daily bullshit pill, and get on with our lives, and music also helps us do that. Plug in your iPod, you know what I mean, and you listen to whatever you need to listen to, whether it's Aretha Franklin or Jimi Hendrix or ICP or Slipknot or you know Bruce Springsteen or Beethoven. Take your damn pick. We do it because we need it. You know what I mean? It helps us get through the day. It helps us not to have to grab that bottle of Prozac. You know, um, so that's all it is, man. Really, that's all it is. You're only seeing the bad juggalos, and I do commend you for, trying to at least see if there are good ones out there. I assure you that there are, and I assure you that the stereotypical bullshit is just bullshit. You know, um, you know, Juggalos are people first, Juggalos second. I know they're gonna get pissed that I said that, but I mean that's true. And if they try to pull the wool over your eyes, it's just bullshit. You know what I mean? They're people first. They like their music. Leave them the fuck alone. That's all I'm saying, man. Have a good night. Peace or war. Take a pick.